Hi there and welcome back. This is part 2 of our video where we beat Terraria with no world evils. So let's not waste any time and get straight into it. To start things off, we summoned the Eye of Cthulhu, wanting to get the Shield of Cthulhu for the dash, since from the last episode we've upgraded the world's difficulty from classic to expert, which means that everything is now much harder. Luckily, the Eye of Cthulhu didn't change its difficulty too much, and we are still able to relatively easily defeat it with our post-pre-hard mode gear. While we're fighting it, I will quickly say that we're not allowed to spread the world evils. After that, I quickly bombed out some hellstone, since after the wall of flesh has been defeated, you can use explosives to destroy hellstone. Then we crafted the Knight's Edge. Since we didn't have hellstone last time, we weren't able to. During the blood moon, we were farming for enemies, and I got a Lilith's necklace, which is something I've probably never actually seen before in Terraria. During the middle of the night, we decided to spawn the goblin army, since the blood moons would help increase the spawn rates and also remove the spawn rates of the blood moon enemies. This would also help us getting the Shadow Flame Knight, the Amarok, and also start farming on mech boss summons. All three of those things would be very, very helpful. After that, we decided to pave over the entire ice biomes, so that way it's a lot easier to walk over, and we summoned another goblin army. We got absolutely nothing from this one, however we did get an Amarok. I started fishing for crates, trying to show that you could get hard mode auras from them. This is probably common knowledge to everyone by now, but I wanted to chuck it in here as a little homage to the way you would get it if you weren't going to smash demon altars, which we were going to do in the near future. After that little hole, I got so many crates, it's not even funny, but we didn't get many hard mode ores from there, only enough to secure a hard mode anvil. Then we decided to farm some Souls of Flight for wings, since, you know, take advantage of them while you can get them. And we started to fight King Slime. We had 12 King Slime spawners, and just started killing him and his minions, hoping that they would drop an Amarok and more mechanical boss summons. They dropped a few mechanical boss summons, but nothing more of notice. We remembered that we didn't really prep this world last time, since we didn't have a jungle pylon, so we spent a lot of time there setting one up. Meanwhile, I was digging a giant farm underground to help us farm out enemies so we could get the hard mode mech boss summons. We decided to go back and destroy the wall of flesh for the demon heart and more emblems. Ignore how I died here, but we did end up defeating it, which was a little bit more difficult since it was in expert mode and we only just had hard mode on. I finished up building the farm and filled it with sand, and I decided to farm at it for 24 hours. What did I do while I was waiting? Titanfall 2. I've been playing way too much of this game recently. Like, I'm just way too addicted to it. It's so much fun. And I just absolutely love it. I have so much fun playing it. And I'm letting you guys know that if you want to see me play some Titanfall, you know, drop it in the comments. Maybe I will. Anyway, back to Terraria. After the 24 hours of farming, I had gotten a lot of spider fangs, and around about 65 of old mech summons, which is pretty good. Oh, and also 60 desert keys, since we can never have too many of those. We decided to smash some hard mode altars and gear up for the mech bosses, mining tier 3 hard mode ore for armor, as well as preparing a giant arena for the mech bosses. Before we decided to fully settle in, we went and farmed turtle shells, so that way, when we defeated the mech bosses, we could get turtle armor. And then we slept for a long time. Since we didn't want to waste the mech boss summons, we decided to take a chance on the 10% chance for it to happen every single night. So we slept a lot and got interrupted by blood moons more often than not. So that was fun. Until we felt vibrations from deep below, which signified that the destroyer was coming to eat us. The destroyer came, and we started battling it. The battle was long, but not too challenging, and it fell by our hands, dropping treasure bags filled with hallowed bars. The hallowed bars are going to be quite helpful, as, you know, hallowed bars give access to the Excalibur and hallowed armor, It also gave us healing potions, which we did not have access to prior since we cannot craft them. After the defeat of the mechanical worm, we decided to hunt for life fruits since those spawn after only one mech boss is defeated. Eventually getting Zerona up to max health. A couple of nights later, after we'd slept so many nights away, we decided to just take the hit and summon the mech bosses using the spawners. We summoned the twins, and while I focused on Retnazer, Zerona focused on Spasmatism. I was able to swiftly defeat Retnazer and go and help Zerona with Spasmatism, which soon fell too, after I had an unfortunate loss. While waiting for the next night, instead of sleeping, we decided to be productive, and while Zerona searched for more life fruits, I decided to start bombing out a giant space for Plantera's arena. The next night, we summoned Skeletron Prime. Everything was going smoothly until this happened. I'm probably dead.
Yep, you are dead.
Oh, Price,
But apparently,
Prime just disappeared from me.
Prime disappeared from me too. Where'd it go? Oh, where is he?
He despawned. What? Bastard. Yeah. The next night, we decided that we would defeat Skeletron Prime, not letting him defeat us. And we did. He fell swiftly, and we crafted our pickaxe axe, or the Drax. I'm now a drill person, you cannot take me away from drills. And cleared out the arena finally, and also mined enough chlorophyte for us to get turtle armor and the true Excalibur. It was also at this point where we realized, hey, Plantera bulbs need to be destroyed on stream for them to spawn Plantera. Crazy. Luckily there was another Plantera bulb not too far away, so we broke that one and summed her up. After leading Plantera towards the arena, which she was quite so far away from, we swiftly defeated her and chopped her into calamities. A solar eclipse happened while I was farming down in the dungeon, so we decided it would be a good idea to start farming Mothwons for the Broken Hero Sword to allow us to craft the Terra Blade. Eventually, we were able to defeat several Mothwons, but only dropping one Broken Hero Sword, it being Zerona, the Terra Blade. I started farming in the dungeon, since we needed several things. First off, ectoplasm, which is just nice to have. Secondly, black belts and tabbies for the Master Ninja gear, which we would both need. And finally, Nazors for the Ankh Shield. You see, the reason why we needed Nazors for the Ankh Shield is because since we couldn't get vitamins, we had to shimmer the Nazors into vitamins. And Nazors are only dropped from several biome-specific enemies, or the cursed skulls inside of the dungeon. And given that cursed skulls are relatively rare enemies, this took quite a while. However, I was able to do it, and we were able to craft the 2 Ankh Shields. Another solar eclipse happened, which allowed us to farm more Mothrons. However, I didn't get a Broken Hero Sword until right at the end, where thankfully it dropped, and I was able to craft my Terra Blade. Zerona used an interesting tactic of using hoists to get into the jungle temple, and you notice something wrong with it? Yes, the altar is on the roof. Luckily it's still accessible, otherwise this whole challenge would have been destroyed due to bad RNG. And also the arena is quite small, but that didn't stop us from swiftly summoning and destroying Golem. We had a truffle worm from somewhere else and decided that it would be a smart idea to fight Fishron just for the funnies. We were, and he fell. Finally, we are on to the final part. Lunatic Cultist. We summoned him up and defeated him with not too many difficulties, which led us on to the killer events. First off, we defeated the Solar Pillar, then the Vortex Pillar, and then the Stardust Pillar. Utilizing Monolith duplication, which we have been doing for this entire video, so if you don't like it, you can just deal with it. Using it, we were able to craft so many pillar fragments, allowing us to essentially summon Moonlord an infinite amount of times. Finally, we defeated the Nebula Pillar and summoned on Moonlord. Unfortunately, the battle did not go in our favor, and we were defeated. Luckily, we had plenty of illegal drugs. I mean, we had plenty of potions around, and after doing a little bit of arena prep and getting those potions together, we summoned Moon Lord in one last time. And through the power of friendship, purity, illegal drugs, and wasting thousands of hours of life, we were able to finally defeat them. So what does this do? Well, you see, removing evil biomes from Terraria is not really that much of a big deal. Sure, in pre-hard mode, it meant we weren't able to get Hellstone gear, which on higher difficulties would have been a lot more punishing. However, since we did it on Classic, it was not too bad. And in hard mode, the effects were noticeable but negligible, requiring the severe and extreme farming of several goods. A massive thank you to Zerona, as without her I probably would not have been able to do it. And yeah, I've been Guardian Games 627. I'm sorry for the long waits between videos, but there should be another one at some point. Thanks for watching, see you later. Bye bye!